Our next guest returns to our studio. We're very happy to have him back. Last time he was here, he was promoting The World's End, a great movie. And you know him from things like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, and promoting Cuban Fury, which opens on the 11th. We have a screening of it tonight at the Ritz 5. Kathy doing the Q&A. Please welcome Mr. Nick Frost to the show this morning. Good to have you back, Nick.
Thank you. I'm gonna head off to the Valley Forge Casino after the show. Yes, they have offered to comp me a free crab buffet lunch. So
you've already arranged that. Well, you're a traveler. You know how to handle these things.
Yeah, I know how to sniff out a crab buffet.
I tell you what, I'll pay for your first roll.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
This is very cool, the movie Cuban Fury, because it's. I was reading some of the backstory on it. And what struck me about it is that you hate dancing.
Yeah.
But
what a stupid thing I did.
You plunged yourself into a movie where you play a guy who becomes a proficient salsa dancer.
Yeah. I don't hate dancing per se. I hate being watched dancing. I hate people looking at me.
Did I hear correctly that you almost screwed up your own wedding because you refused to dance?
Yeah. I mean, that was the first of like 1,000 screw-ups in my marriage. It was a sign. I didn't refuse to dance. It just terrified me, the thought I have to now dance in front of all my aunties and you know, my dad and that.
I so connect to this.
I kind of think, well, why did that begin? Why have we got to dance in front of people?
Right.
You know, can't we? I'd rather make out in front of people than dance.
Yeah. So the type of dance in Cuban Fury is salsa dancing, which that's the style that I love. I dance it. So did you actually learn to salsa dance?
Yeah, I did. I did 7 hours training a day, every day for 7 months.
Wow.
Which is what lunacy. You know, if this was a serious film and I was a serious actor, just that level of training would probably see me get an Oscar nomination.
Yeah.
But there's no nomination for effort.
It's De Niro-esque.
Did you already have a pretty good natural sense of coordination and movement? And
yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I thought I had, and then you get into the first day of training, and you realise that. Because also you're training in like a mirror, like a big mirrored box, so you can see there's no escape.
Everything.
Yeah.
So essentially, I can just watch myself, you know, angrily dry humping Latino culture.
Did you use it at all? Like, did you ever go out? Because salsa is big in the clubs. Like, they go out dancing in the clubs.
Yeah.
Obviously, you did it for the movie. Did you go out at all?
Yeah, that was part of my
training.
My move into the Latino side was to kind of live it really, and just to listen to salsa music and to go clubbing a lot and to drink rum and you know. But I immersed myself.
At the heart, it's a romantic comedy.
Yeah, I guess.
And I heard you describe it as sort of a superhero film because you have
this
it's
about
ability.
a man who. You know, it's like Unbreakable, but with dancing instead of comics. If you can grasp that
a musical
concept.
Unbreakable.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it is a romantic comedy, but he's, you know, he finds himself. That's the thing, you know. A lot of romantic comedies, you've got to imagine if 3 weeks after the film ended, that woman left that man, he'd be ruined. But where we got Bruce, who's the character I play. He would kind of be all right, I think, if Rashida Jones left me. You know, that's a kind of different way to do a romantic comedy where it's about finding yourself. You know,
cool. The whole concept. And actually, Preston had reported a story last week about what moves on the dance floor most entice women, that there was a certain sequence of movements that women, because, and you make a point of this with the film and interviews I've read of yours, that it just projects confidence. And when you're passionate about something, women find that sexy. What was the series? Do you remember of movements it was, Preston?
I don't think you should reveal the sequence.
It had to do with certain head and neck movements.
Yeah, it was head and neck. Remember, it was shoulder. It was one knee.
Yeah, one knee in particular had to reach out.
Which one?
Elvis.
I think it was the left
knee.
The left. Oh, there we go. We can't even agree on that.
No, it's the right knee.
Right knee.
What about the hip? I imagine the hip would be fairly enticing.
Right.
That wasn't in there.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
But to women, it does. They do like a man who can carry himself. And now, have you? Post movie, have you found that you are a little bit more attractive if you're out and about?
It's like I've got pockets full of catnip.
It's gotten that powerful.
Yeah, I have to beat them off with a stick.
Can't say that.
I can't say stick.
Stick.
The word stick is off
I'm so sorry if you
okay.
me talk about my stick.
Yes, it's fecally impaired. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I've got to say, I think attraction is all about confidence, and I've always been very confident and cocky, and I'm I've always kind of been quite funny, so comedy is also a great attractor.
The character in Pirate Radio sort of portrayed that. You know, you had a way with the ladies.
Yeah, even though he had giant sideburns and those terrible thick goggles.
Yeah, but he was, you know, he got laid all the time.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I can't believe I can't say and he can say that. What a dichotomy this station is.
Are there any shows in the UK that are dance shows like we have Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah,
here?
we have exactly the same.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same
I think
thing.
did it start in England? Did it?
I think it did. Yeah,
Probably did.
Okay, then they will. They would have to request you at some point to be a contestant on the show, especially with this film.
Yeah, I'm not sure they could afford me.
It's usually fourth or fifth tier. Your career's actually working.
I'm kind of doing all right
Yeah.
at this moment. But our family really like watching Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And, I think it's that thing that we all get together on a Saturday and we have a curry and we sit and watch it and talk about so-and-so's cha-cha-cha and that American Smooth look great. And
Right.
I think to have my family kind of have that taken away from them and then them have to kind of watch me drooling over a dancer would probably spoil their week.
Well, I have to ask you about that. About when you're practicing, and a lot of these things are very sexual, and there's a lot of grinding and so on and so forth.
I tie it down. If that's what you're aiming at.
Basically,
Yeah, I would find it. Just in a regular, the chicken trot or whatever the hell it is, the chicken dance. It's
Chicken trot.
Yeah, whatever that
I have an old pair of pantyhose that I use.
There you go. That's how you suppress it.
That's it.
Yeah. So obviously, you have an audience that it just knows you and it will follow you. This is I don't want to say a complete departure. It's a little bit different for you.
Yeah. I think it was important, though, for me to do that. I wanted to do something completely different and something that really tested me, not just as an actor, but as a man,
Right.
While filming these scenes, because obviously they're going to keep in the best takes.
Yeah.
Were there some that you just had to do over and over and over in order to get it just right, or were you pretty on the mark?
Well, I mean, just the nature of filming means you have to do it tons and tons. But you shoot a wide first, which means you shoot the whole thing from top to bottom if you can. Mm-hmm. So on all those dances, we had to shoot them as if they were actual kind of free show dances, and so that was kind of exciting having to do that.
You have to be on your game because they're all looking at you. You talked about going into the room full of mirrors.
Yeah,
I mean, you're constantly being assessed.
Yeah, but it was at a point where I trained all the time for 7 months, so that was what I was about at that point. And you think, well, this is it now. But I had to keep. We have a unit nurse on films, and I had to keep saying 3 times. It took a week to shoot that finale, and 3 times during that, I'd say, "Hey, Morag, can I just see you? Can I just see you a second?" And then we'd go back behind somewhere, and I'd say, "I think I'm dying. Help me." And she'd have to take my blood pressure, and she'd say, "You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you." Just having a panic attack, You'd start thinking about dancing in front of people, and then I couldn't catch my breath, and then. Oh, God, Morag, I need to talk.
Well, great to see you again, Nick. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck with Cuban Fury.
Cheers.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nick Frost, everybody. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.